Who is she? You know? Because period, exactly. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hello, and if you're a returning subscriber, you know the vibes already. I have been gone and I'm not gonna act like I haven't been, but I am telling you, it's not been because I just want to be that YouTuber that doesn't want to do YouTube anymore and pops in every once in a year. I do have valid reasons, which is why I decided to do a chit chat get ready with me, so that I can tell you all about what's been happening with me and what happened from the last time I told you guys that, oh, I'm gonna be consistent and I'm doing this for real. And then it's been 11 months later and you guys haven't heard from me, so let's get right into it. So I didn't want to just come back here and yep you guys to sleep, so I decided I'm gonna do something engaging like my makeup, and it's gonna be a chit chat get ready with me where I show you my routine, especially my base routine, because some of you have asked for it and some of you have specifically asked for my skin prep before I dive right into the makeup. So I'm gonna go right ahead and show you guys the products that I use to prep my skin, and we're gonna talk about where I've been and what's been happening in my life for the last 11 months. Can you guys believe it? I last spoke to you guys 11 months ago and it's a whole new year. Happy New Year, by the way. It's a whole new year. It's 2025 and I'm gonna get into what happened in 2024. Sorry. With these Medicube toner pads, and one thing about a toner pad before makeup, it's important, okay? Especially this one. I don't know what it is, but I just noticed that my makeup lasts way longer when I go in with a toner pad before. So there's this little tweezer thingy that comes with it, and then the pads are in here, and I pick out one and I just dive right into cleansing my skin. And yeah, so the last time I spoke to you guys was, I guess, February 2024 or January or end of January, somewhere there, but it's been 11 months. And I did want to be consistent. You guys saw me trying. I really did try. You can't say I didn't try. And the last video I spoke about my health and how I have been going through the most and how I still don't know what's happening with me. This is all toned with the toner pad. So there's actually the rough side and the smooth side. So you go in with the rough side first and then you go in with the smooth side last. And now I'm going in with this toner, this Aquel toner. By the way, this is, oh, can it focus? Okay, there we go. This is all Korean skincare, by the way. I'm one of those gays now that are into Korean skincare. I don't know where so basically, guys, I don't know how it's gonna be talking and trying to tell you guys what I'm doing and also trying to tell you guys what's been happening. How do people do chit chat get ready with me, child? Because I'm fighting for my life, trying to balance talking about the prep and talking about what's been happening. But anyway, so I just put this in my hand and I go in. I left off, I don't know how much I had told you guys about my health in the previous video, but I did mention that I was going through quite a bit. A lot of my symptoms at the time were just severe fatigue that I could not explain. And I just had random symptoms that did not add up. Like, it was a lot going on. And I think since that time, after I spoke to you guys, oh, the hydration, child. I know, that's right. I love this toner. I normally go in like twice or thrice or 4 times, depending on the level of hydration I want. But I'm just gonna go twice for the sake of this video. So yeah, I had been fighting for my life with just unexplainable fatigue. I didn't understand what was going on with me. I kept falling sick and it was just going downhill, and I had expressed that I had back pain as well and swelling here on my trapezius muscles. That's if I pronounced it right, but anyway, yeah. That happened and it got worse, you guys. It got worse. It went downhill. Like, I just started feeling severe pain on my back and neck and severe migraines as well, and it's just been terrible. I was going from one GP to the other trying to figure out what is happening with me, and they were all just telling me all sorts of different things. I was doing x-rays. I was really trying to get to the bottom of it. By the way, I made a smoothie, so I'm sipping on that. And I just still couldn't find out what was happening with me, until one time I was in so much pain that I went to Sidilega and I went to the emergency room, and I told them, listen, I am fighting for my life, okay? So they put me on a drip, and they administered some pain medication through the drip, and the emergency doctor decided that I needed to see a specialist, and that was sometime in June. I don't know if I said that before. And that's when I started seeing a neurologist, and I did 3 MRIs, and it was a lot. They revealed information that I don't know if I'm ready to share, but basically there is a problem happening in my brain and in my spine as well. I need to remember that I have to do my makeup. So let's move on to the next step. So the bottom line is that I have been going through chronic pain for the entire 2024. I'm going in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And yeah, I have been going through that for the entire year, just doing a lot of blood tests. By the way, I like to pet this in because, child, this primer, if you don't know how to use it, it can go really wrong. So I noticed petting it kind of helps, and then at the end is when I will like swipe it across my face. Anyway, so many blood tests, so many scans, so many things happened, so much money spent, so much time spent. And yeah, basically we are still hunting down whatever it is that is causing inflammation in my body and causing scarring in my brain and in my spine as well. And in the meantime, I have been fighting for my life. You guys, the kind of pain I'm talking about is not, you know, the one where you can just like brush it off and act like nothing is happening and carry on with your life. I'm talking about paralyzing chronic pain where I could not function. For most of this year, I have not been able to function. I know you guys have seen me on Instagram and like TikTok trying to live my life and going here and there, a bit of traveling, a bit of that. But in the midst of all of that, I was suffering. I was literally fighting for my life. And I cried in 2024 more than I've ever cried any other year in my life. I am a makeup artist. I'm a business owner. I run some businesses, and all the businesses that I run require for me to be active, to actively do the work using my body. And the fact that I was in so much pain that I couldn't even cook for myself, I couldn't even clean for myself, I could barely do anything really. It was so crazy for me. It took a mental toll on me. And the fact that it happened for so long, for the entire year, and even still as I'm speaking to you now, I'm in pain, you know. And I've just, it's gotten to a point where you sort of just learn to live with it. But like I said, it's not the kind of pain you can ignore. So I am still seeing doctors. I am still trying to get help. Anyway, child, let's move on to foundation. I keep forgetting that I am doing a cheek check. I'm going in with this Maybelline Super Stay. This is not like the one that you know. This is the Lumi Matte. So it's not as matte as the other Super Stay. It gives you a little bit of luminance as well. So yeah, I got this. I don't know if this is available in Botswana, like in Discam and all these places, but I got it in London when I was there a few weeks ago. I just wanted to explain that part to let you guys know why I have not been on YouTube, even though I said I was going to be consistent and that this year I was going to do, last year I was going to do the most and stuff. And it's gotten like it, guys, I can't put this into words how bad my health has been this last year. As I said, I traveled to London in November, came back December. because I did want to get a second opinion and see doctors there, which I did. And you know, the doctor just told me that like all the steps I've taken so far, he would have taken as well. It's just unfortunate that the doctors here have been slow, because I mean, it's been a long time, it's been a year, and I still don't know what's happening with my body. So he was saying that they're doing all the right steps, it's just that they are taking time. And you know, if I was doing it in London, I would already know what's happening by now, and we would have already gotten to the part where I'm getting treatment and stuff. So I did ask him, I was like, okay, I'm scheduled for a procedure back home. Should I do it here or should I do it back home? And he's like, no, just go and do it back home because it's going to be a lot pricier here. So just go back and do the scheduled procedure. That's a procedure that I would have done myself at this stage. So I would suggest you go and do it back home, and then you and I can do like a consultation or a review of the results via like virtually. So that's where I'm at. I haven't done the procedure yet, but that's a procedure that's supposed to tell me what's happening finally. And I could never do the whole experience justice talking about it in a video, because really it's one of those things that you have like to understand and to comprehend just how intense it is. You sort of have to experience it yourself. And yeah, like I said, a lot of my work and just my general quality of life has been compromised as a result of this whole issue. And like I said, you guys know what I do for a living. You guys know what I do for a living, and you know, you can't afford to be incapable and unable physically in my line of work. So it's really been hard just navigating this whole experience. I'm going in with a second layer because I need some coverage. On camera it looks like I have enough coverage, but I can see like on the mirror that I do need a bit of coverage because I did have a breakout, so I still do have some scarring left. And yeah, I may go for a solid 8, so I do want this makeup look to turn out good. Anyway, I have had to turn down a lot of opportunities, you guys, because I just could not function. Literally, I could not get out of bed. I could not. You guys, when I tell you, you have no idea, because a lot of the times I put up a strong front and I seem to be strong. I seem to have it figured out. I seem to know what I'm doing. But by the way, this is a little darker, but that's no problem. That's why it's looking a bit orangish. It's because it's a bit darker. I don't know what happened, but I thought I matched myself right at the store. But when I got home, I was like, oh yeah, it's also the lighting. The lighting at the store when you buy makeup can be a little deceiving. But anyway, that's nothing a little concealer can't fix. So it's better actually to have a darker foundation than to have a lighter one, because you can always lighten it up with concealer. So yeah, a lot of it, I've really had to turn down a lot of opportunities. I've had to say no to a lot of opportunities because I have been sick, and it's been hard. My social media before I got really sick was picking up, and you guys saw that I was even getting brand deals like Duck and Lovely and stuff, and I was doing great. And had I not been sick, I feel like I would have been far, because I couldn't create content, obviously, you know, you're not on the platforms and you're not showing face, and it's hard for brands to reach out. So that's why I was not on YouTube. It was hard to come on here and try to film a video when I'm literally in excruciating pain. Like my head, the migraines are insane. The migraines are out of this world. Something I don't fully understand how I've survived for an entire year. It's all God, honestly. And speaking of God, this whole experience has brought me closer to him, because I've had to literally trust on him. Like I had nothing left, I had nobody left but God. I've had to look at him and say, listen man, I'm fighting for my life. And he's literally the only person that has kept me saying, throughout this entire ordeal, as well as my mom. And it's been really hard watching my mom literally break down and cry, because she's like, like, what the hell? You know, I just want you to be better. And it's been so hard just watching her when she would come and visit and nurse me back to health, and just how hard it was on her to see me in that state, because she knows I'm a hard worker. I like to get up and do things, and I like to get up and just like work. And her seeing me in that state, like, she doesn't cope. And it becomes even harder for me, because I'm just like, oh my God, you know, I just wish I could get better. I'm going in with this Nubian Beauty concealer, which is available in my store, Itty Bitty Essentials. Speaking of my store, I'm so proud of myself, because even, by the way, this is a Nigerian brand. Even though I have been fighting for my life, I have been able to do, you know, quite a bit. I have been able to achieve some milestones and do the most for myself. And I launched my website. I launched my e-commerce store. You guys know, in the beginning, when I started a few years ago, it was Itty Bitty Closet. But then I had this brilliant idea to sell everything like beauty and fashion related, and it couldn't be a closet anymore because it wasn't just clothes. So I came up with the name Itty Bitty Essentials. And yeah, I launched my website last year, October, and it's been doing great. You find everything you need there to complete your whole makeup and fashion and beauty routine. You find hair, you find clothing, you find makeup products, you find accessories, and everything you need, really. It's like a one-stop shop, actually. And yeah, I'm proud of myself, because I was able to do that in the midst of suffering and fighting for my life, you know. It wasn't entirely a bad year, but you know, something about being sick that just doesn't sit right with me. By the way, I put concealer here because I have a little bit of mustache. I'm one of those people who grow a lot of facial hair. So to avoid that shadow looking situation after you powder, I put concealer there just to highlight it so that you can't really see the mustache. And yeah, I go in with this blush / lip kit from also Itty Bitty Essentials, my store. Can you guys believe it? I have a store. The website looks amazing. I've gotten so much positive feedback, and it's only up from here, honestly. Like, the devil can try, but he can never win, because what God has spoken over your life is what will always prevail. And God has spoken greatness over my life. I love orange blush. If you know me, you know I love orange blush. So I go in with this orange shade here. And I just apply it to the top part of my cheeks. Yeah, where was I? Guys, you know, this thing of chit chat getting ready, yo, is not giving what it's supposed to give, child, because I'm already tired of talking. Like, that's one thing about me, I will get tired of talking. My mom came to check up on me this morning, and well, a part of it was also because it was in the morning. Like, why do people wake up and speak? Like, you know, because she just called me. She was like, I needed a container where I can put like my CMOS gel, like an airtight container. So she brought one for me this morning. And so she called me so early. She was like, I'm outside with the container. And I'm like, go. And then now she starts speaking to me like, how are you feeling? What do you need? And I'm like, I just need you to keep quiet, mommy, with all due respect, you know. So I do get tired of talking, you guys. Like, it's a real thing for me. That's why I hate calls. Anyway, don't be shy to go in with the blush and go ham, because you're gonna blend it out and it's gonna be okay. I know a lot of people are scared of blush, but I'm not. I'm actually blush blind. Like, I'm suffering from blush blindness and I do not want to be helped. I'm okay. And then, oh, I do have to, oh, okay, I'll show you guys the palette that I use for contour, but let me blend out this highlight first. So let me open the I'm using my phone to open the Instagram questions that I got, because people are asking me questions because I asked them to ask me questions. So I'm gonna be replying to them. But all in all, guys, that explains why I have not been on YouTube. I am suffering from chronic pain caused by inflammatory issues, and we're yet to find out why and what's happening. And yeah, some days are terrible. Some days all I can do is sit on my bed and cry, or sit on the floor and cry, and just cry out to God and say, God, I need help. Some days I'm able to shoot a YouTube video like I am now, and it's not easy, but I really do try to not just be a potato and rot in my bed. I try to get up and do what I can when I can. And yeah, that's enough about the whole situation with my health. That is literally the only reason why I have not been able to continue my YouTube journey. But I am hoping that this year I'm able to do that. It is the 5th of January, and I'm hoping that this is the beginning of my social media career just flourishing the way I wanted it to flourish last year. And yeah, let's get right into like what people are asking me and things like that, because there's not much more I can say about what has been going on. If you follow my Instagram, you would have kept up with some of what has been happening in my life, but it's nothing to get into detail about. That's why I decided I'm gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me. I always get my tongue twisted every time I try to say this all at one go. And that is why I also decided that I will give people the floor to ask me questions or make comments about whatever it is they want to say to me or ask me. So let's get to that part of the video. By the way, guys, before that, my camera actually got stolen. You guys, if you follow my Instagram, then you will know that I bought a camera sometime in October, I think, and my camera got stolen in London. Yeah, London is actually more dangerous than here, honestly speaking. Like, the pickpocketing, the theft, and the whole situation is very intense. So it got stolen, and I had to buy a new one. I'll go and get it from the room and show you guys. That's if I don't get lazy. If I do get lazy, it is what it is. But just for your information, it is a Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. I had to buy a new one again because I need it for my website, for the website pictures. I also need it for content, although I'm not filming with it right now. So I do have two phones. The last time I spoke to you guys about my phones, I had the iPhone 14 Pro Max and the iPhone 13. And then I gave my mom the iPhone 13, then I bought a 16 Pro Max, and then I still have my 14 Pro Max. So I'm filming with the 16 Pro Max right now because I was like, actually, let me test it out and see the vibes, because this is the first time I'm using it for content. And I also I'm not using the camera because I'm still trying to learn it, like my voice, which still trying to learn the camera and learn the settings and things like that. And it's also like a lot more complicated shooting on the camera, because then I have to transfer from the camera to my MacBook and then edit there. It's just too much and it takes a lot of time. So I'm shooting on my phone because it's easier that way. I just go straight to InShot and I can start editing, and I can post this as soon as possible. Because I know if I shoot with the camera, the footage is just gonna stay there, and I'm gonna get lazy to transfer it, and then I'm gonna get lazy to edit it. So I was just like, let me just shoot on my phone. And I'm actually using the front camera, so I hope the quality is great, but it is a 16 Pro Max, so so I'm blending in with a brush. Child, what's happening? I think I let my concealer dry out a little too much while I was talking. One thing about me, I will yap and forget that I am filming, but it's no biggie. I will be able to blend it out. I am a makeup artist after all, so yeah. Speaking of makeup, somebody is asking me, hold on, child. Somebody is asking me makeup masterclasses for tertiary students with friendly prices. So she's basically asking me if I could host a makeup masterclass for tertiary students with affordable prices. And I never really thought about it, but it's a good thought. It's a good idea because I know my classes aren't that pricey to begin with, I should think. But I do understand from a tertiary student perspective. I would think about it. I would just say I would think about it. Last year, I hosted 2 successful masterclasses. I will try and insert clips here so you guys can see because I'm very proud, because even still, when I did those classes, I was in pain. I was fighting for my life. And from the planning to the execution, I'm really proud of myself because I was doing it by myself. You know, I do the planning and the execution by myself a lot of the times. So I'm excited for this year and the masterclasses I'm going to host this year. And maybe, who knows, a tertiary one might just be on the books. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Also guys, speaking of masterclasses, how insane would it be if I were to host one with like Clicks or Diskim or just a makeup brand like Maybelline or L'Oreal, and they just like sponsor the whole thing? And then guys, that's a dream of mine, and I'm putting it into existence this year. We might just see a Clicks and Bridget masterclass, or like a Maybelline or L'Oreal and Bridget. Like I would scream for the entire year. But yeah, who knows? I'm putting it out there, from my mouth to God's ears, and to Clicks' ears, and Maybelline's ears, and L'Oreal's ears, and whatever brand is listening's ears. Okay? When I get to the outer corner of my eye, I snatch my face like that. Like you see how I blend it upwards with like a straight sort of like line, just for that extra snatch, because I want to lift my face and give it that vibe of like a foxy eye, lifted face type of situation. So yeah, just wanted to share that tip. Like, just always blend upwards to snatch your face, period. To blend the blush, I'm going to dip back into I thought I picked up the black color. I'm going to dip back into the blush palette, and then I'm just going to blend upwards as well. So if you, what's happening? Oh, it's some hair. If you notice that you put a lot of blush, I'm noticing I put a lot towards the center of my face. I'm just gonna blend that out with the same beauty blender that I've been using to blend my foundation and concealer. And yeah guys, I really do want to bring back like 2016 style sort of like makeup tutorials that were really detailed and really like helpful, because that's what helped me start my makeup career. It was like watching people that were being very detailed about the process, and you know, not just like quick 1-minute videos on on TikTok. I know short form content is the in thing now, but I do feel like there are people that will benefit a lot from like long form content in terms of like makeup tutorials and things. So you let me know if that's something you think I should do, because I will be glad and happy to, because I really do feel like they need to make a comeback, especially because, you know, we need to keep up with the trends and keep up with what's happening now, and it'll be really nice to share updated, you know, detailed makeup tutorials. So yeah, that's part of what I want to do this year. Actually, I put this hair back, but for some reason it keeps getting on my face. Next up, I'm going with this, please focus, yeah, there we go. I'm going in with this Beecham Cosmetics concealer palette. This palette has everything you need. You never have to buy a concealer again, in my opinion, if you have this, because you have all the lighter shades and all the darker shades that you can use to contour and do the most. So yeah, I'm gonna contour my nose because right now it's just looking like a block of nothing especially after blending out that concealer. So I am gonna take this shade right here and just start contouring. So pro tip, don't just make 2 lines across your face. You must blend it from your eyebrow, from the tip of your eyebrow going down. And even still, you don't go all the way down, you end somewhere. It's best if I just show you guys. I hope you guys can see. I'm looking at myself in the mirror so that I'm as precise as possible. And yeah, basically you do want to start it from the tip of your brow, no, not the tip, the beginning of your brow, and bring it into your nose so that it looks together, it looks cohesive, and not just like 2 strokes that are going down your nose. I can make a detailed video about nose contour if you guys would like. So you just have to comment in the comments and let me know if that's something you'll be interested in seeing. But you see how the snatching, period. The goal is to look like you can't breathe. The goal is to look like you got a nose job even though you didn't. And that's how you achieve that sort of vibe. Remember to connect it to your brow. That's really the tip, like, because if you just do 2 lines like that, it looks odd. So let me finish this off and then I'll come back to you with like how to chisel your cheekbones. I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of the concealer just on the center to really define that line, and then I am gonna go on the outside. Yeah, just to really get that defined contour but still seamless. Remember, you still have to make it seamless. And then I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out, and just taking this flat brush that's gonna be able to help me get into that crevice and really blend out the concealer and also be very precise, because I do not want it to get everywhere. That's why I'm not using the beauty blender. I just want it to blend out exactly where I put it. So like that. And then that's when I can, after I've done this, that's when I can go in with the beauty blender just to diffuse it a little bit. Is that thunder? Oh wow, it is thunder. I think it's gonna rain soon. Guys, the key is to blend and to take your time with the blending. Do not rush it, because otherwise you're not gonna get the flawlessness that you want. And so I really do take my time with blending. That's why it takes me 1 million hours to do my makeup. And yeah, I blended the lines that I blended outside just to define. You see how it's looking like I can't breathe already, and that's the point. So I'm just gonna blend the middle line, and I'm being very precise. I'm not moving the concealer anywhere I don't want it to be. I'm just blending in the center. Going back in with that contour brush, there's nothing on it. I didn't pick up any more product from the palette. I'm just going with whatever was left, and I am redefining the darker shade and also just sort of diffusing the lines so they're not so harsh. And yeah, I don't think I need to do a detailed contour tutorial, because I feel like this is as detailed as it gets, right? Unless you guys really want to get into it and like, but you'd have to come to my masterclass then if that's the case, because that's where we get really in depth and we also demonstrate, and you get to to practice on yourself. Because my masterclasses are not the kind where you just sit and listen. You actually practice on yourself. And then after that, I'm going on with the beauty blender just to lightly tap over everything, just to make sure it's not giving harsh. Just to make sure it's not giving 2 lines across your nose and then 1 white line in the middle. You see how it's a little softer, and yeah. And then now I can go in and just blend out the rest, and then I'm ready for my powder. I felt like my concealer had dried out, so I did go in with a little bit more. And you guys, when I tell you this Nubian concealer, hold on, focus please. Yes, oh my god, the best. I use it like religiously on myself and on my clients as well. Love it. it's available on my store. I'm not just plugging my store, you guys. I'm showing you the products so you can see for yourself. And I showed you guys this concealer palette. The blush palette is sold out. There's very little of this left. There's not much of this left as well, so you might want to hurry. This is amazing if you don't want to keep buying concealers of different shades, because you have all the shades in here and it's perfect. It's perfect, you guys. When I tell you, it blends so smoothly. Both of them are so creamy. And you guys know that Nigerian makeup brands are where it's at. Like, if you're not into that, then you're missing out, because you guys always see how flawless their makeup always looks, and it's because of the products. And yeah, like I said, the blush palette is sold out, but it will be coming in stock soon. So you can use this for the lips. I use this on my clients and on myself to come up with like lip shades, and the good thing is you can mix and match, and you can also use it as blush. That's also amazing. That's the one thing I love about Nigerian beauty brands, is the multi-purpose use of of products. Like, it doesn't just have to be a blush palette. It doesn't just have to be a lip kit. It can be both. How cool is that? The next question is, are you dating? If not, why? You guys, everybody just always wants to know if somebody's dating, but I don't know what the reason is why you guys are so interested in that. But no, I am currently single as a sprinkle. I've already blended out my concealer, but I'm just going in to get, oh my god, I didn't show you guys the powder. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm just blending out the creases to make sure, because if you put powder on top of the creases, they're gonna stay there. You have to blend them out first. I'm using this Mirac Cosmetics. You guys can see my setup. I don't want it. I'm using this Mirac Cosmetics powder gel. It's reflecting. I didn't want you guys to see what's happening behind the scenes. But anyway, it's also available from Itty Bitty Essentials. By the way, my store, the website is www.ittybittyessentials.com. So do go on there and shop away, child. Period. So make sure to blend out the creases, and then guys, get into a powder puff. Okay, mine is a little embarrassing right now because it's been used. It's been through the most. But get into a powder puff. Okay, focus. Yes, there you go. Powder puffs will save your life when blending powder. You get the most flawless finish. It's insane. It's insane. This powder is also a Nigerian brand. It's one of the top rated powders in Nigeria. Like, Mirac Cosmetics did not come here to play. Again, I am blending out any creases because I want to make sure my under eye is flawless. I don't want any issues under there. So yeah, it's one of the top rated. Ooh, I just love this powder. It's one of the top rated powders in Nigeria, and it's gaining popularity everywhere else as well. So yeah, guys, I'm putting you on to things that you don't get everywhere, anywhere, anytime. Okay? Yeah, exactly, bestie. It's just the flawlessness for me. Like, it's the flawlessness for me. You don't need anything else. It's just perfect. So if I'm not using the Mirac, I'm using the Laura Mercier or the, what's this brand? The Yardley powder. But today, because I'm going for the big guns, I'm going for my trusted Mirac Cosmetics powder. Not only because I want to plug you guys so that you guys buy it from my store, but because it's genuinely that girl. Period. So yeah, I'm not in a relationship. I am, if you guys remember in my last video, I did say that I was celibate. I still am. I am waiting till marriage, and I am waiting to get into a relationship with somebody who's going to be my husband, because I have got no time to waste. I really do not have any time to waste with like dating aimlessly for no reason. Like, why? I don't get it. Okay, maybe it works for some people because y'all just want to have fun, but for me, it's like there's no time to have fun, because I'm not trying to be, you know, like I said in my previous video when I last spoke to you guys, I'm not trying to be laying next to somebody that's not my husband. And I know, like, you know, a lot of guys are just, they just want to like get to that part. And so that's why I just decided like, hey man, I will just wait for my husband. And because I'm celibate, it's hard to, not that I'm looking, but a lot of guys are not willing to wait with you until marriage. So I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with like dating somebody and then I feel like they're pressuring me into like sex, even though I'm trying to wait until marriage. So that's where I'm at with the whole dating thing. And yeah, I'm okay. I'm living my best life. That's just it. Like, I ain't trying to be doing nothing with nobody that ain't my husband, period. I'm gonna use the rest of the powder on my face to blend out the rest of my face as well. I was gonna do cream contour, but then I realized, let me just do powder contour, because child, I'm tired of blending, and quite frankly, I'm tired of sitting here. I inhaled all of that powder. I'm tired of sitting here because, guys, the longer I sit down, the worse the pain. So I just have to try and also think of myself in this situation, like, be quick. So guys, I pack on this powder because I am trying to get my makeup to last. Okay, you guys shy away from powder because you want the no makeup look. My chat is, if you're gonna wear makeup, then you better wear it. If you're not wearing it, then sure. Like, this thing of like no makeup, I don't know how to do it. Sorry, I can't. I'm either wearing the makeup or I'm not, period. The parts of my face that I do bake is right here on the top of my lip, because for some reason it always like sweats a little bit. What's that? It sweats a little bit, and then I don't really bake at all, really, because it's drying. It's not my thing. It's like, I don't know, it's a technique that I use when necessary, not all the time. Especially like, you know, I don't know, I use it for my more oilier clients, but on a regular, really, I'm not into the baking situation. So like I said, I only bake here because it sweats a little bit, so I want the powder to absorb all of the sweat so that I'm left with a flawless base. So yeah, that is pretty much what I do. I set my face to the gods, okay? I set it. I don't shy away from the powder. I don't shy away from the product. I bought them so that I can use them, and if I'm gonna wear makeup, then I'm wearing it. If not, then not. You get it? This thing of like, oh, I need a teeny bit of concealer and a teeny bit of... No. You're not gonna see that here. If you're looking for no makeup, this is not the vibe. I'm a full coverage girly because, yeah. The next question I got is, are you doing a masterclass again this year? Not just you guys, I am doing masterclasses this year. Like I said, I hosted 2 last year, so I'm excited. Initially, I did want to host like 4, but you guys know the drill. I've been sick, so yeah, it takes a lot of planning, and it takes for me to physically exert myself, and that's not easy in my condition. So hopefully this year I will be able to do at least 3, but we will see. I'm excited for that. So yes, I will be hosting more classes this year. So I'm now gonna contour my face just to bring back some life and dimension. Using the Signature logo has been wiped off, but this is a powder from Signature Cosmetics, and it's in the shade Caramello, and I just like to take that and put it right here for contour. The next question I got is, why don't you have a Facebook account? I used to have a Facebook account, but I noticed I really wasn't using it. So I'm gonna mix the Signature one with this Fit Me one. Focus please. Yes, chat has been through the most. They've both been through the most. So I'm gonna tap into both of them. The Fit Me one is a little too dark, and then the what do you call it? The signature one is not giving me the dimension that I want. So I'm just gonna tap into both and begin to contour. So yeah, I did have a Facebook account, but I noticed I wasn't using it a lot, and I'm not a Facebook person. It just wasn't working for me. Like, I just didn't use it a lot. If you saw me posting on Facebook, it was through Instagram. You see that chisel? Period. If you saw me posting on Facebook, it was honestly always through Instagram. I never went onto the app itself, so I just decided to delete it. I found no use for it. For me, the only accounts I have on Facebook are my business pages, Bridget's Beads, and I think Itty Bitty Essentials is on Facebook. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I'm just on Instagram and TikTok. I don't have a Facebook account anymore. So people normally ask where to put your contour. You see the top of your ear and the corner of your mouth? That's how you should know where to put your contour. Right there in this area is where you put your contour. So yeah, that's why you guys need to come to my master classes, because that's where I share all the tips and tricks. So stay tuned for new dates for this year. Next thing, I'm gonna go in with a bronzer, and I'm gonna show you guys also where to put the bronzer. Going in with this bronzer from Collection Cosmetics, and I got this in London. So guys, if you see me using any products that you're not familiar with, I either got them in London or South Africa, or they're either from my store, Itty Bitty Essentials. Everything else, if you're familiar with it, it's from Discount or Clicks. Just wanted to put that out there. So I'm gonna use the same brush I was using for contour to add my bronzer. So some people don't even know what a bronzer is and what it does. A bronzer brings back some warmth to your face, some color and just warmth. Whereas a contour brings back dimension in terms of like shaping and structuring your face. And then yeah, with a bronzer, you want to go in right in between the blush and the contour. So here is where I would go in with my bronzer, right in between the blush and the contour. And then also on my forehead, I want to see myself in the mirror. On my forehead, just a little bit here, just to add some warmth to my face. Yeah, you see how the color is coming back and we are looking snatched. So on the cheeks, you add it right between the contour and the blush. I'm gonna go in with some blush still because I need to take it higher up to that sort of like under my eyes, but not really. I'll show you guys how I do that. I'm going in with a powder blush now. This is Dior Beauty, and it's that viral blush, but I didn't get the pink one. I know the one that was like really viral was the pink one. I got the coral one just because I told you guys how I'm into like orange blush. So I just tap into that and I go a little higher this time because I am trying to, it's not as pigmented, so I might go in with my other one. But I do love blush and I do not shy away from just putting it on. Okay, so I'm going in a little higher up to like my under eye because I don't want that like white cast sort of situation where when I turn this way you see like some unseamlessness. We want seamlessness and flawlessness. Actually, I think I don't need to use the other one. I think this is okay on its own. So yeah, that's what I do. I'm gonna move on to the next question, child, because I forgot I'm also doing a Q&A. And guys, don't be afraid to go with blush on the temples of your face just to add, like, to make it seamless. Because if you just make it like, if you just restrict it to just your cheeks, it's gonna be like, okay, you can see where the blush ends and see where everything begins and ends. But if you just like diffuse it onto the temples of your face, there's just that seamlessness where you can't really tell where the blush begins and ends, but you can see the blush is there. You get me? So that's a tip, like blend and diffuse up to the temples of your face. Don't be shy. Looking for the next question before I go on to the next step. This is just a comment. You're absolutely gorgeous. Mabuntle, period. Mabuntle yani. I know that's right. And then the next one is Rika Rakati Vlogs go YouTube. Guys, I already explained what happened, so hopefully this year will tell a different story, but as of now, this is where I'm at. I'm trying my best. I'm really trying my best. I love your content and your stories because of your voice. Period. Thank you. I need my glasses because this is really small. You're really pretty and you have a beautiful voice. Keep making those videos. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say we love listening to them. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Hi, doll. Please recommend any affordable dermatologist in Gaps if you know of or have used one. I used to go to a dermatologist in Middle Star. Yeah, just go to Middle Star. I forgot his name, but just go to Middle Star and you'll find a dermatologist there. And yeah, why don't you, oh, I already answered this one. Oh, I already answered this one as well. Please nahakin up with my scat. Not that I want you back on the red app. Guys, hopefully I'm back and I'm back for good. Okay, so anyway, the next step is to define my contour and define the situation that I've done here. You see how now it looks like just like a blob of like a lot going on. I do want some definition, so I take powder. I just go in with that powder to define my contour, my bronzer, and my blush, just so that it stands out a little bit more. And don't worry, I am gonna blend it out. Then I go in with whatever is left. I'm not tapping into any new product. I'm just going in with whatever is left, and I am defining my nose contour as well. Cause child, we're trying to be snatched. Okay, we're trying to be snatched. Period. Now we move on to the eyes, and I'm going to use the same bronzer as eyeshadow. And for the lashes, you guys, these are actually strip lashes. They're not individual lashes, and these are from my store, but I haven't launched these specific type yet. There are other lashes on the website, but these are a different like kind and a different brand, so they will be launching soon. But you guys always ask me how I get my lashes to look like this even though they're strips. First of all, you have to get good lashes, and two, you have to know how to put them on, because I can go a week or even a week and a half with these lashes even though they're strips, and I use the normal glue. I can't find my glue here, but I use the normal essence glue. So maybe I will do a video where I show you guys in detail how I install them and how I keep them on for a while, even though I'm not using any like hectic glue. So anyway, I'm going in with the bronzer. By the way, you guys saw that I didn't really put any product on my eyelids. So especially when I'm wearing like lashes and I want to keep them on for a while, I refrain from putting like concealer on my eyelids, just so that when I wash my face, there's not a lot to deal with, and then there's too much water getting on there, which will ultimately take off the, what do you call this, the lashes. I did the same thing on the other eye with the bronzer, and now I'm going to take in the Maybelline powder just for a little more depth, because I do feel like I want it slightly darker, slightly a lot more brown. So I'm going in with the Maybelline powder and just putting it on the lid. I don't know, now that I've gotten to this stage, I'm like, should I do something a little crazy with the eyes? But then I'm like, no, let me keep it soft glam, because like I said, I'm trying to get out of here, child. And if I do want to go on that solo date, I do need to finish. Otherwise I'm gonna go and it's late, and I don't want to do that, because one thing about me, apart from being sick, I'm also like getting old, and I'm the type of girl that wants to be home by 8. I don't want to be out and about after 8, so there's that. So I do want to give myself a little bit of a lift with like a wing situation, but I don't want to do like a full-on wing, the one that's like my signature wing. You guys know I love me a good wing, but I don't really want to do that kind, but I do still want a lift. So I'm going to use my Morphe palette. This palette has been through the most. and I'm gonna just tap into some blacks and browns to just do like a diffused type of wing, like a smoked out type of wing. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna go in with this, wait, which one is it? Oh, this darker brown, and just tap into that. And then I'm gonna be looking at myself on the mirror here, you guys, and I'm also gonna hold my lash down a little bit just so I can see what I'm doing. It's so much harder to do this while filming, but basically I am literally just winging it out, like bringing it a little bit in. I'm sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so basically this darker shade of brown will serve as a transition sort of like shade before I go in fully with the black shade. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I don't know why the shade is not really picking up on camera, but in real life there's some darkening happening there. So going in with this very small thin brush to go in with the black. And also the reason why you're not seeing a lot of pigment is because I didn't prep my eyelid. I didn't put any primer or any concealer, so there's not going to be a lot of pigment, which is what I'm going for, because I'm going for a very soft look. So I'm taking that and I'm tapping into some of the black, and I'm going in like so tightly on the lash line, and I am still gonna diffuse that with like a bigger brush, but for now I just want to be very precise. I'm going in with this brush and I'm blending it out like so, exactly how you see me doing. Just blending, blending, blending. That's, oh, the lash is looking wonky, child, because I've been holding it down. But yeah, you see the vision, that sort of lift without necessarily doing too much. Yeah, and that is simply how you do a smoked out wing liner. Next up, I'm gonna go in with my gel liner just on the inner corners to really give that definition to the inner corners of the eyes, and then also on the under eye as well. I'm using this gel liner from Tehila Cosmetics, also a Nigerian brand. You guys already know where to get it, but it's sold out on the website. It will be coming soon. Yeah, so I'm just going in on here. See exactly. Period. Exactly, bestie. You see how my eyes started popping? By the way, this is the same gel liner that I use for my straight wing liner, the very defined one that you guys love so much. I think I'll do a full tutorial on that as well. You see, there's so much content opportunities. Like, I can really do the most. It's just that, you know, you guys know the elephant in the room, but other than that, it's not like the content ideas are not there. They're there. It's just, you know. And then I'm going in with this Essence mascara to just put on my lashes. You see, the good thing about like strip lashes is that you don't have to worry about that whole thing of like, oh, you can't put mascara on them. Like, yeah, I don't like individual lashes. I'm not gonna lie. They're not for me. I love them on other people. They look great. But for me, the admin and the commitment is just too much, because at least with my strip lashes, I can decide how long I want to keep them on, and I can decide to take them off anytime, you know, and it's just easier. It's really just easier for me, and I can decide on the different styles that I want. Like, it's just perfect. So yeah. And I know you're probably thinking, girl, what about your eyebrows? You done everything but your eyebrows. Listen, child, I have a lazy brow routine, okay? Sorry, I was just brushing off some mascara on my lid. I have a lazy brow routine where I just brush them up with mascara. I've shown this on my Instagram, and I'm gonna show you guys again. I'm just powdering my brows. I didn't pick up any powder. I'm just using whatever was left on the powder puff. And I'm brushing them up with mascara because I'm too lazy to do my brows. Like, but I do love a good defined brow. You guys know that. But at the same time, on my lazy days, I literally just take mascara and brush my natural eyebrows up, and then that's it. Like, literally that's it. This works really well if you do have some eyebrows to work with in the first place. I know this is not the case for all of us. Some people do not have the luxury of being able to do this because they do not have a lot of hairs on their eyebrows. I happen to have plenty, so yeah, this is what I do when I don't want to do the whole thing of like brushing my brow, carving out my brows and the whole concealer defining thing. Like, it's just too much admin for me. It is finally time to dust off the powder on my cheeks. As you can see, it just easily comes off. One thing about this powder, guys, it leaves such a flawless finish. I can't rave about it enough. The Mirror Cosmetics, period. You see the chisel? Period. Exactly. I'm going in with this powder, the signature one, just on my jawline for extra chisel. Let me actually look at that on the mirror, just so I don't do too much, child. Because honestly, because of the lighting, sometimes what you see on camera is not as defined as it is in real life. So the lighting can actually make you, if you're using the camera as the mirror, you might actually be doing too much on, like, in real life, because the lighting here diffuses everything and makes it sort of like very diffused. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, ooh, that's a bit harsh. So then I'm gonna put a little bit of that powder again, but that's enough. I have officially been chiseled. I am gonna add some bronzer on my forehead just to reduce it, child, because it's humongous. It's humongous. It's like the older you grow, the bigger your forehead gets as well. I don't know, because I don't remember it being this huge in the past. But anyway, going in with more of that bronzer on my forehead, because child, it's giving 5 head at this point. It's giving Miss Rihanna Robin Fenty, and nothing wrong with that. But if you can reduce it, if you can give the illusion of a smaller forehead with makeup, then why not? Just adding a bit more bronzer on the areas I talked about earlier. I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty highlighter. This is my trusted highlighter. It's been through the most. It's been through a lot. I've used it for quite some time now. So yeah, guys, I also forgot again that I'm doing a chit chat get ready with me, and I just focused on the makeup. But basically, I've spoken about everything I wanted to speak about, and child, it's the glow for me. It is the highlight and the shimmer and shine for me, period. So I am hoping to, you know, really get serious with my content creation journey, my YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok, and I am hoping to take it to, you know, greater heights and things like that. And honestly, I don't want to say what the plan is. I don't want to say I have a plan per se. I just want to say that I am trusting God, because honestly, sometimes you make plans and then things just don't pan out the way you had envisioned. So I'm going with the flow. I do have an idea of what I want to do going forward, but you know, I'm trusting God for all of it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't want to promise you guys the heavens and then I don't deliver because it's out of my control, but I will do what I can when I can. Just stay tuned and pray for me and hope that everything goes well with my health and everything concerning my life and things like that. So that's pretty much it about the update and the chit chat the Chit Chat Get Ready With Me. Why can't I ever pronounce this? Like, why can't I ever pronounce it properly? Child, I forgot about my smoothie and now it's becoming weird. I need to finish it quickly. Yeah, I'm going in with this lip liner. Yako machining, guys. Yako besco. This is the only thing, some China for makeup that you can buy. Eyebrow pencil or lip liner. Everything else, do not buy Chinese makeup for the life of God, for the love of Jesus himself. Do not do it. The only reason why I'm buying, I bought this lip liner, Yakoma Shining, is because it's very creamy, and honestly I haven't been able to find one like it in like Discam or whatever these places are. And as for anything else that goes onto your face, do not buy Chinese makeup. Do not do it. You guys know where I stand with that. Do not. Okay. And so yeah, I feel like there isn't a lot of harm with this as compared to like if you buy a primer and foundation and all the other stuff. Excuse me. Because I once saw a documentary that was talking about how dangerous those products are and the kind of conditions and circumstances they are manufactured under, and how red poop, yes, red poop, you know, is in there as well. It's a lot. So don't. So the lips are lined. This thing is actually very cheap, 10 pula. The lips are lined, and now I'm gonna go in with my Fenty, my trusted. Should I wear the red or should I not? But let's do it, child. You guys know I'm obsessed with this girl, and I haven't done my makeup in a while, so I want to make myself feel better. And you know, you see how already I'm in the mood, and I am gonna go for this solo lunch date. Oh my god, it's already 5. I didn't hear her. Guys, anyway, let me keep quiet because I've spoken about this lipstick in detail before. You guys know where I stand. This is the best lipstick in the world, period. There's just nothing like it. Robin Rihanna Fenty, you were in your bag. He was in her bag. And that is on Fenty Beauty. Exactly. Makeup is pretty much done. There's nothing else to do really except spray my face. But I'm gonna wear these earrings from Lovisa. They are brand new. I got them on sale the other day. And yeah. So basically, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. I spent my Christmas on my own because my mom and the rest of my family like going for this thing that happens every year during the holidays, like the Kwairi. And child, if you know me, you know that's not my vibe. Okay, so I normally just spend Christmas by myself here in my apartment because I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be out in the bush. First of all, I'm terrified of snakes. Second of all, I do enjoy my quality of life and I do enjoy convenience. I just don't want to unnecessarily make myself suffer like for no reason. You know, like it's a whole other story. It's basically like you're camping and it's not tea, guys. It's not the vibe for me. Sorry, it's not for me. It's really not. So there's that. So I spend Christmas and New Year's on my own because I'm not trying to do that whole dequire thing. I can't. Sorry, nobody can. Like, you can't even pay me to go there. Lakantare will give you like 1 million. Guys, you see, There's something about makeup and just getting your makeup and your hair done. By the way, this is itty bitty hair. This is from my store. Yeah, I did customize it and cut some layers and do the whole shebang, but yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, I spent Christmas and New Year's by myself in my house, just eating takeout and watching movies and just doing that whole thing. Like nothing exciting happened for me, and I was in a lot of pain anyway, so I was really not trying to be out and about. So yeah, period. I look so good. I'm gonna go for this solo date and call it a night and come back home, take this off and relax. But I do feel pretty and my mood is a little bit uplifted, you know, because it's not fun being in the house 24/7, just being sick and like fighting for your life. So yeah. By the way, this is a 5x5 closure wig, lace closure wig, which means that the lace is from here up to here, which means it's glueless. You don't have to glue it on, but I did spray mine with the Glamour spray just so that it's extra seamless. But yeah, I do specialize in 5x5 wigs because I do like want people to get the convenience of being able to just throw on a wig and call it a day. So this wig is not available in store, sold out, but it will be coming soon. But guys, I've said everything is sold out so far, but there are things on the website that you can buy. There are other wigs. Check out our page as well, Itty Bitty Essentials on Instagram, and see what you can buy. Why does this hair keep doing that? Maybe I need to like curl it with the iron, but I don't know, I don't have time. So yeah, there are other products on the site that you can buy, you know, because I know I've said, oh, this is from my store, but it's all that. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys about the hair. By the way, this is the spray that I use from Elf Cosmetics. It's a new launch actually, so I'm gonna just spray one more time. So we have come to the end of the video, and yeah, this is the finished look. This is my go-to soft glam for when I'm too lazy to do the most, but I still do want to put in a little bit of effort and still want to give a little bit of slay. So yeah, hope you guys loved it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you guys are ready to see more of this content, and I will be, God willing, in Jesus' name, ready to serve. And yeah guys, we're done. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm so grateful that I even had the opportunity and the ability to sit on this chair and film this video, because days like this don't happen a lot for me. I'm always in pain. I'm still in pain even now, but I am just trying to push through and trying to still carry on with my life and pursue my dreams, even though life throws you some curveballs. And yeah, I hope you guys have a happy new year, a prosperous one, a beautiful one, and I wish you guys good health, because guys, health is everything. Health is everything. Without good health, you have absolutely nothing. So I do wish you guys good health. I wish you guys prosperity. I wish you guys just everything amazing. And see you guys in my next video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And yeah, tag me on Instagram. If you're watching, please take a screenshot or a video or whatever and tag me on Instagram so that I can repost and reshare and see who my community is and who my people are. So yeah, bye guys.